So that's why when you smell permanent markers, it reminds you of home. Today I'm going to be doing another reaction. I wasn't expecting this episode to be medically relevant, and I was wrong. Lately I'm always wrong, just ask my boyfriend. Hi, I'm Dr. Jake. I'm a real-life gay doctor, and I'm here to inject your daily aliquote of queer culture. If you like content like this, don't forget to like video and subscribe to the channel. So let's hit the road, people.
Can you get an MRI if you have fillings?
Of course. They just rip your teeth out first.
There are very specific metals that make you unable to get an MRI. The metals in fillings, mercury, silver, tin, and copper, are not magnetic, and therefore you can still get an MRI even if you have fillings. And you get to keep your teeth.
You don't taste that in your mouth? Trixie Mattel.
That's the you got at the olfactory.
I'm gonna explain out Katya's joke because it's important. The olfactory glands are the glands that help you smell. It's a really good joke.
You don't smell that.
You don't taste that shit?
I'm Jasmine Masters, and I have something to say.
What's
The
show
Delta
called?
Sky Lounge.
Really?
The Delta Sky Lounge has that
Describe-
smell that they pump into every Delta Sky Lounge.
I'm reasonably certain that casinos do the same thing. They pump in perfume to hide the scent of smoke. However, secondhand smoke, even if you disguise it with perfume, is still terrible for you. I admit, I don't mind a good gamble every now and then. And if you couldn't guess, my game is craps.
Their smell. No. What? They are the key to memory. Like oily gears and steam heat.
The reason that smells can evoke specific memories is that the olfactory glands are connected to the amygdala. Now, the amygdala is the part of your brain that processes emotional memory and fear response, and it's probably a good thing that it's attached there, because if there's a gas leak in your house, you want to immediately be afraid and run. Hello, I'm calling for a Ms. Dalla. First name is Amygdala?
You sniff those armpits and you lick them?
I'm not like, it's not where I'm going.
Pheromones are very real, and the smell of someone is something that you remember. They're hormones that your body creates that often have a very particular odor. Each person's pheromones are unique, like a very smelly fingerprint. Ew. That's why you might find that your partner has stolen all of your shirts. I'm talking to you, boyfriend.
Remember when you were at my house the other day and I had a candle go and you were like, that's lovely.
Well, because as a smoker, always smell like. I have to be hyper focused on counterbalancing that smell.
If you are the smoker, your olfactory glands can actually get overwhelmed by the molecules that cause the smell, which is why smokers often can't smell what they smell like, which is smoke, right? That's what they smell like.
I don't know. I can't
Jerry,
get on
he's
this
like
level.
a comedian, he's like Jewish, he has like a microphone and you're cutting him open. He's like, hey, what do you find in there?
What's the deal with college?
What is that, a spleen? What does that do anyway?
What does the spleen do? The spleen is responsible for a lot of your body's immune system. It's one of the main places where your body makes the types of white blood cells that produce antibodies. So if you lose your spleen, you're at risk for a lot of different types of blood-borne illnesses. There are some conditions where taking out the spleen is the cure. However, anytime that the spleen can be salvaged, we try to, because we don't want you to get blood-borne illnesses. We don't want you to become septic. Yeah, hot take, don't have your spleen removed.
But the formaldehyde after week 4, we had to wrap it in wet towels at the end of the day.
So of course, in medical school, we did dissect human bodies, and oh my God, the formaldehyde smell, it just lingers on you. It's gross. What I usually experienced after going to the anatomy lab, overwhelming hunger. I was always hungry.
How good the gallbladder tastes when you sneak a little.
Well, I couldn't afford a
Public high school. Spray girl is basically, to me, a contact. That's like jujitsu. That's like assault and battery.
If you're ever in a position where you're gonna spray someone, many people have allergies to the compounds that are found in perfumes, so you can cause an allergic reaction by spraying them and harm them. Consent, consent, consent.
Listen, I love stank, don't get me wrong, but you are a bridge too far. I gave him the silent treatment. We got pulled pork sandwiches and I dumped him.
I know why Katya broke up with him. In medical school and residency, we learned this thing called the critique sandwich. When you give someone a critique, like you smell like you have to sandwich that between 2 compliments. You're beautiful. You smell like oh, did you get a new haircut? It really helps people take critique better. Unless, of course, you've been trained to know that trick, and then every time someone gives you a compliment, you worry that you're about to get fired. Thanks for watching another reaction, my little stethoscopes. I don't think that's a good fan name. What should I call my fans? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next